Jeff Zrebiec is senior staff writer for The Athletic. He covers the Ravens, and he's located in Baltimore. He joins us this morning. Jeff, thanks for joining us. I'm curious, was anybody surprised that John Harbaugh made the pronouncement that, hey, Lamar Jackson is our starting quarterback?
No, I don't think anybody was surprised. You could see that was the direction this was headed for the last couple of weeks. They've completely transformed their offense under Lamar Jackson, just in the way they do things. And it was going to be tough to go back to the other way. They've become a run-oriented possession offense, and they've built some momentum here at a time where they're pretty much in must-win territory the rest of the way, going back to the playoffs. So while it was a big development, just considering how long Flacco was here and he's been the starting quarterback for 11 years now, I don't think it was a surprising one.
Okay, the difference in this team is, obviously the style with Lamar and Joe Flacco. As we get closer to the playoffs and a playoff berth, are they a better team with Lamar Jackson come playoff time or Joe Flacco, in your opinion?
I think they're better with Lamar Jackson. And, everyone wants to talk about the future, about how this style isn't sustainable. And you know what? They may be right. But this isn't really about that right now. This is a franchise that wants to get back to the playoffs, that needs to get back to the playoffs, that hasn't been there for since 2014, and you have a lot of people in this building with jobs on the line. They need to win now, and I think they feel like Lamar Jackson gives them the best chance just because of the way they're doing things. They're controlling possession. They're, keeping some pressure off that defense, which is one of the better units in the league, and is not often doesn't have to be on the field too much. And he's just provided a spark. He's got a new energy, and they're running the ball. They weren't able to run the ball in 9 weeks with Flacco. So I think they feel like this style gives them the best chance to win games and get to the playoffs and maybe have some success there.
But we see teams later in the season, certainly in the postseason, they try to take away what you do well. Yeah. Can Lamar Jackson succeed as a passing quarterback?
Yeah, that's going to be the thing. And the Lamar Jackson story so far, you have to mention the fact that they played four of the worst rushing defenses in the league, and they've been able to line it up and kind of ram it down other teams' throats with their run game. And can you do that to the Chargers? I don't know. I know the Bengals had some success, but they're going to need him to improve as a passer. They're going to need to do some different things to get a little more creative to open stuff up down the field, because their downfield passing game has pretty much been non-existent since Jackson took over. So, no, I think they're going to need to do a lot more offensively. I think he's going to need to show a lot more with his arm for them to have a nice run. But we do know defense, good special teams, and a good running game often plays this time of year. So I think he gives them a chance, but there's going to have to be some improvements made there.
Joe Flacco's future is what?
Yeah, it's hard to see him coming back next year. Now, it would be foolish right now to write him off the rest of this season. Lamar Jackson has missed time in each of the last two games. He's averaging 17, carries a game. So it's going to be put him at susceptible to injury. And I think we all know sports. Nobody would be shocked if there's a story with Joe Flacco coming onto the field one of these next 3 weeks and having to make a big drive to try to get them in the playoffs. I mean, that would be just kind of a story. And we all know those kind of things sort of tend to happen. So I don't think you can write him off this year. But, I think it's pretty clear that this is the direction they're going with Lamar Jackson, and Flacco will almost certainly be looking for a new team come the offseason.
Do you believe John Harbaugh was or is coaching for his future there?
I think he is, yeah. It's made about what owner Steve Bisciotti wants and what he's going to do. And it was well documented how after last season he said that he almost fired John Harbaugh last year if they missed the playoffs for the third straight year. If they do a fourth straight year, it would be hard to imagine Harbaugh keeping his job. But there's other issues, kind of in play here, Dan. I mean, you have a new GM coming in. You have a new quarterback right now. You have a roster with guys like Suggs, Weddle, Jimmy Smith, C.J. Mosley. These guys, whether it's free agency, retirement, or, just salary cap casualties, some of these guys won't be back. So this is kind of a new team, going to be a new team going forward. And that's why sort of a change in the head coaching makes sense. It sort of fits there. But I do think, this team has played well under John Harbaugh. I think he's clearly shown he's one of the better coaches in the league. And if they go on a playoff run here, it's going to be awfully hard for Steve Bisciotti to make that decision to go in another direction.
Good stuff, Jeff. We appreciate your time. Good luck with the Athletic. Thank you.
Thanks for having me. Have a great day.
That's Jeff Zrebiec. He is with the Atlantic. He covers the Ravens.
For more Dan Patrick Show, tune to Audience Channel 239 on DirecTV or download the Dan Patrick Show app.